Yo, what's up, guys? Y'all know who this is. It's your boy, Mr. Cheap Sense here, and I'm bringing you guys this fragrance review. And it actually is of a fragrance that a subscriber sent to me amongst another 8 sample bottles. Um, this one is a Bath and Body Works exclusive. Um, the name he had written on it has, as you see, wiped off. He wrote it on with a marker. So when I went to spray it, I guess my hands got wet with the fragrance a little, and I touched the bottle, and the lettering, wording, whatever you want to call it, was wiped away. But Mr. John Bedwell, I thank you very much. I finally did get into this a little deeper, and although there wasn't a lot here for me to work with, to get a proper testing, I did get to wear it. And actually, the other fragrance that I wore earlier today, I'm gonna try to get the notes on this one also, but I'm not exactly sure what the bottle looks like for this fragrance. This is actually the only bottle I found for it, and I also found a price point for it. And for a Bath and Body Work fragrance, this thing is a little expensive. I don't think I'm gonna be purchasing this one. And if I have the wrong fragrance or wrong bottle, John, or if somebody let me know. But this is the one I picked up um, on my phone, and this was on Amazon because I went on Bath and Body Works and I could not find this fragrance anywhere. But it does tell you here in the description that is a Bath and Body Works collection, Midnight for Men cologne, and this is the bottle. If you guys can see it, it says Midnight for Men, and you can see the price. It says $165. Thanks, but no thanks. Um, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what this fragrance, in my opinion, mimics. And I honestly do not have the actual fragrance that this thing smells like, but I'm gonna show you a couple here that I bought in the chase for the scent of this fragrance. And the first one I'm gonna give you is this one. And I know you guys have probably seen this one before because I did do it when I said I was looking for a clone of clone of a specific fragrance. Sorry if I can't talk right now. This is Fluid Intense for Men, and let me give you. You may pick up on it once you see the bottle. This is the bottle. So I don't know if you can guess what this is supposed to be a clone of. And let's move on to the next one. If you haven't picked up on it by now, you may pick up on it on the third one. But I know definitely when you see the last one, you're going to know what it is. So the next one is EAD Blue. And I know you're not going to pick up on it as far as the model from this one. So third, if you don't guess it by now, something's wrong. Bond Chance Blue. And this bottle pretty much looks damn near similar to the bottle that it's supposed to mimic. And last but not least, like I said, if you don't guess what this is supposed to mimic off of this last one, something's wrong. This is Perry Ellis by Perry Ellis. And I'm pretty sure if you guys know, if you're into the fragrance game, you know what this is supposed to be mimicking. This is supposed to be a Bleu de Chanel close to clone. So that's what Midnight for Men is supposed to be mimicking. That's what I got. And some of the notes are identical to some of the notes that are in Bleu de Chanel. And the top notes, you get bergamot, spice, you get black pepper, and grapefruit. Bleu de Chanel. Mid notes, you get blue sage, nutmeg, cream, ginger, dry notes, caramel liquor, leather woods, patchouli. It says key fragrance notes are bergamot, spice, blue sage. Listen, Midnight Blue to me is a very nice clone to Bleu de Chanel. Even if they weren't trying to, that's what it smells like to me. I actually wore a whole other fragrance earlier this morning, and it surprisingly lasted for a while, but it was like a skin scent. It doesn't project. Even when you first spray it on, you don't get like this big burst of fragrance, and then it dies down something, smooth and whatever. It stays smooth throughout the entirety of the fragrance, and I'll let you know what that one is in a minute. But Midnight Blue, I actually sprayed on about 12 something because my other fragrance actually died off. And when I walked into my friend's place of employment, she said, you just sprayed that on, didn't you? And I said, yeah, because she was here when I pulled out the fragrance that I was going to wear for the day. And that fragrance didn't smell nothing like the one I had on, which is this Midnight for Men. She said it smelled good. Her coworker, which is an Asian woman, she said it smelled good also. So no doubt about it, Midnight for Men is a great fragrance. But the little bit that was in here, it was down here at the bottom. It just wasn't enough to give me what I need as far as like to see what projection and longevity was going to be like. It projected good what little bit I had. It just not enough spray, not enough mist to hold on to the skin for me to do a proper testing. It's pretty much died off of my skin. It's on my shirt though. So the chances of me picking up a full bottle of this Midnight for Men is slim to none, especially for the price point of $165 plus $6.80 for shipping, and that is on Amazon. I could not find this fragrance on Bath and Body Works website, and if it's cheaper than John Bedwell, please let me know. If you can find it cheaper, let me know where to look, because I did look on Bath and Body Works official website and they didn't have it at all. And the only place that I Googled it afterwards, the only place I found it was on Amazon. And $165 for that, for it not to be able to perform. And I'm not sure if it's going to perform or not. Like I said, the little bit that I had, it wasn't enough. Like, a full bottle like this you're gonna get more juice out of this bottle because number one, the length that it has to travel coming up through the stem here, you're gonna get a pretty decent amount of juice for each spray. When you have these little decant bottles, you have to spray more sprays to equal one of those bigger bottle sprays. So not enough for me to be able to get a good wearing out of. As you can see, the bottle is empty. I did use the whole thing, what was left. I mean, it wasn't much in here to begin with, but still, you know, I'm glad I did get to smell it. But for $165, I don't think I'm going to be purchasing that one. Unless I can find it cheaper, then definitely I will. Um, but, oh shit. But anyway, next up, I'm going to go ahead and give you a 2-for-1 special today. And I'll do a separate video for the fragrance I had on earlier. Cuba Winter is another one. I actually wore this yesterday, and I already gave you guys my first impression video, and I also came back when I did another video, I think it was yesterday, and let you guys know that this really disappointed me as far as longevity. Projection was great, but after the projection dies down, the scent pretty much goes away. And I got about an hour and a half to 2 hours of projection out of this, and then it was nothing. So I tried to find notes on this fragrance, and it keeps giving me on Fragrance X, it gives me fragrances for the women's version of Cuba Winter, and which I'm pretty sure is not the same. And other fragrance websites, they don't give me notes at all. So the only thing I'm going to be able to say about this one is it does smell to me very close to Invictus. It's a nice smell, very, very nice. On my skin, I got about 2 hours of decent, good, solid projection out of it. And then after that, nothing. So the same thing I said yesterday, if anybody's interested in Cuba Winter, maybe this will perform better on your skin. If you're interested, leave a comment and I'll get with you. We'll exchange email addresses. We can hit each other and exchange information, and I can get this to you. My only thing is, if you have something that I haven't smelled before, if you can send me a decant, that's more than a fair trade for me. You're getting a full bottle of Cuba Winter for a sample bottle of something else. And if not, you know, you can still get it. Just leave a comment down below. My favorite sweet fragrance in my collection. My favorite would probably be. Give me a second. Okay, now you asked for my favorite sweet fragrance in my collection, and that's hard to choose from as of right now. And if you give me time to go through and smell and get back with you, I can give you one. But right now, I can't pick one because I have so many. My top dog in the beginning of me collecting fragrances was Bora Bora. This thing is beautiful. Women are so attracted to this fragrance. Why, I do not know. But the sweetness in this thing is nice. It's not overly sweet. Um, the first time I wore this, women were going crazy trying to figure out what the fuck I was wearing, why I was wearing it, what I was trying to do. Like, this was the shit when I first got it. I haven't worn it in a while, and it's kind of hard to see how much juice I've used. You can't see through this bottle. You can see the juice moving around a little bit, but these are pretty inexpensive. You can pretty much find these for like 15, 20 bucks, maybe a little cheaper, depending on where you go. But Bora Bora was my favorite until my collection got a little bigger. And then, of course, things changed. Uh, Another one of my favorites, Tres Nuit. I got a lot of compliments when I wore this thing. I have given the story of when I went to my job one day after I left the State Patrol office. I had the State Patrol office lit up. Women were going crazy. Then I stopped by my job. Women were going crazy, trying to find out what I had on. So Tres Nuit is a great one. Love this scent. I could have thrown Club de Nuit Intense Man in there, but Club de Nuit Intense Man, to me, lemony, not really sweet. It's more lemony. And so I chose not to put that one in. When I first smelled this one, Uomo by Salvatore Ferragamo, it actually was pretty good. Tiramisu, if you ever had that before, it's a sweet dessert. But this thing is overly sweet. You have to watch the trigger on this one. 1 or 2 sprays of this is more than enough. I always wanted to try Givenchy Pie, and I ended up purchasing this one from Ulta. And this is a damn good fragrance. I've heard a lot of reviewers talk about this one also. The bottle is kind of neat. You don't need a lot of sprays of this either, because it's super sweet, but it's a damn good. I didn't get any compliments, I don't remember, when I wore that one, but I will try it again. I only wore it once. This one would probably be my number 1, but I have 1 or 2 others that can compete with it. But this is nice. This is YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Beautiful fragrance. I actually could put this at number 1 just by smelling it right now. This easily can be my number 1. So right now, this probably is my number 1. YSL La Nuit de l'Homme. Very good fragrance. Beautiful. Imperial number 4 is one that I fell in love with when I first bought it. It actually could be number 1 depending on how you want to go sweetness wise. If you want to go sweet as syrupy sweet or fresh sweet. This one is not that strong or offensive at all. This one can be a little bit cloying, especially in the winter time. I mean, summertime, if it's too hot. This one will perform pretty good. So this actually could be number one also. Um, if you want me to throw another one out there, I got this one recently. This is another beautiful one. Azzaro Wanted. Smells amazing. My kids actually was here the weekend, and my son bust in and said, "Daddy, I need some cologne." And I actually picked this one up to see if he would like it. And I guess he did, because he sprayed it on himself and went back out the door. So, another great one. And I didn't pull everything out, but last but not least, Albertash Concepts number one, which will run you $300-400 online. The store I bought this from actually was selling it for $150, and I got it for $100 even. Another great one. This is not overly sweet. Nothing that's going to offend anyone. Beautiful bottle. Matter of fact, I'm going to hit myself right now. Great fragrance. But it all really depends on I hear you. I have the original Mercedes-Benz Club. I don't have the black version, but I may want to try that since you're recommending it. But these are um, just some of my sweet ones that I like. My number one, like I said, could easily probably be YSL or Imperial number 4, and even Albertash Concepts. The rest of these would fall right in line behind those. But if you want to go off of compliments, it would probably be Bora Bora and Tres Nuit, because I know these two, I've got more compliments from these two alone than I have with the fragrance I have in my collection, period. So um, it depends on how you want to look at it. Mercedes-Benz Club Black. I need to look into that one. Matter of fact, soon as I end this live, I'm going to go look and see. I don't have any money on me right now to get it, but maybe it'll be back in stock. If it's not out right now, by the time I get paid again, I can order it. But for $39, that's not bad. Anyway, what's your favorite sweet in your collection? Yeah, I don't know if I like it that much. Um, like I said, Albertash Concepts number one was $100, and if I had to spend my own money, I wouldn't have bought this. But being that it was somebody else's money, it really didn't matter to me. I have 1 million Lucky. For some reason, I didn't get any compliments off of that, and I was going off of what people said online on YouTube about it. They said it was better than the original 1 million. Um, Although a lot of more grown-up people like Privé more than 1 million Lucky, because it's more of a mature scent. It's not juvenile smelling or bubblegummy as other people say. I hate when people use that word also. Um, but 1 Million Lucky is a nice fragrance. I like it. Cold weather and nights. That's what's up. Um, Cold weather, I could feel wearing it at night. I really don't go anywhere, so unless I'm going to a movie or going to dinner or something with somebody, that's probably the only time I would be able to wear it. Cause I rarely do anything besides work. Coach for men? Well, which particular coach you talking about? What's happening, homie? Which which coach you talking about, John? Cause I have coach for men New York, and I like this one. The female friend that I had not too long ago, um, I had just sprayed it on when I went and picked her up, and she said it was a little bit too strong, and I guess I might have oversprayed. But once it dried down, she said she loved it, and I love it too. So this is the bottle. I think this is what, a 30 mil, 40 mil, and I paid, I think, $30 or $40 for this at Bell's around Christmas time or a little after Christmas. And I've only worn this probably once, and it's damn good. I like it. You just have to watch your sprays when using it, because it is kind of strong when you first spray it on. But it smells amazing. Great spring time type scent. I'm pretty sure you probably could get away with wearing it to a club. It is strong enough to hold up. That's what's up. Um, I got another guy who sent me a snapshot of a screenshot of the fragrances that he just sent out to me. One of my other subscribers. Um, I can't remember off the top of my dome what exactly he was sending me, but he got that out to me, and hopefully it'll be here pretty soon. Cause he wants me to send him a sample of Valentino Uomo Intense. No, I don't remember what they are. He said, oh, he was sending me um what's the name of that fragrance? Aspen. He was sending me a full bottle of Aspen that he had for a decant or a sample of Valentino Uomo Intense. That's what it was. Yeah, I like Aspen. it kind of rekindled the flame for me when I smelled it in Perfume World the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, because the aspen I remember smelling back in the day was like green, and like I didn't like it back then. But the one I smelled recently in the mall here, it smelled much like Tres Nuit. It's supposed to be similar to Green Irish Tweed, but I just wanted just to have it in the collection. And John, I don't know how long you've been in here watching, but I did earlier in this video talk about Midnight for Men that you sent me, and I wore it today, the second half of the day, and to my nose, it smells like Blue de Chanel. I sprayed it on, and you know, it was projecting like crazy, but you know, with these little sample bottles, the amount of juice that you're gonna get out of here is not equivalent to what you would get when you spray out of a full size bottle. So apparently, it's not gonna last as long. But that's the vibe that I got from it. Um, it didn't last too long on my skin, not from this little bit that was in here. Um, I also looked up the price. I couldn't find the fragrance on Bath and Body Works website, but I found it on eBay, and it was $165. And now that you on here, let me show you the picture so you can verify. If you can see this picture, is this the one that you have? And the notes I looked up on the same website, um, this is so you saying this is it? Well, as you can see right here, it says $165, and it's $6.80 for shipping. So you pretty much gonna pay like $170 something for this. As good as this smells, and I did get two compliments when I had this on today. My friend, I went to her job, and she was like, "You must have just sprayed something on because you putting out." And she gave me that side eye, like, "What the fuck you doing?" But her boss said it smelled good also. So some of the notes in that fragrance are the same as what's in Blue de Chanel. You got the grapefruit, you got the bergamot. There's a few other notes that are in it, but for $165, I can't do it. And plus, I don't want to spend $165 and not know if the fragrance is going last or not. If I spend $165, that son bitch better last all goddamn week off of the sprays that I put on my neck. Is how I feel about it. Yeah, um, Bath and Body Works. Bath and Body Works has lost their ever loving goddamn mind. Um, it's bad enough that uh, they damn lotions and scented oils and stuff like that are high as fuck. But now you selling these cheap ass fragrances for designer and niche prices. And uh, one of the females that I was dating not too long ago bought me 2 fragrances from there. And one of them was this one, in which you just said you have. She bought this one. Smells good. It does not last long at all on my skin. And I think she said she spent like 30 something or 40 something dollars for this, which to me from Bath and Body Works was way too much fucking money. They used to have one called Mahogany Woods, in which I've seen Joy Amin and what's his name? Ash from Gent Sense. They talked about, and Mahogany Woods seemed to be a damn good fragrance because they talking about it. It's probably discontinued now because you can't really find it. I also have this one that the same lady bought for me, the same chick. She bought me Noir, and it also smells good, and it also does not last long on my skin. Thus, that's why these bottles are still full. I've only sprayed them on maybe once or twice since I've had them, and I only use these for, well, mainly Ocean, after I get out the shower and I'm having a little company over and I don't want to spray on my good stuff. I'll just spray this on because, you know, we're only gonna be doing what we're gonna be doing for a little while, and you know, you're gonna have to take another shower. So why spray on, say, Coach for Men, and then turn around and have to wash it off? That's dumb. When I can just use one of these, you know, that don't last long, and go from there. Yeah, Steven from Redolescence did talk about these fragrance, at least bourbon anyway. I don't know if he did any other one. Yeah, our body chemistry. That's what it is. It's, you know, I do lotion up. They just, you know, on my skin they don't last long at all. And these are 2 fragrances also that I may do a giveaway on, because I really don't use them like that. Like I say, I only really use them for when I get out the shower and I want to spray something on, you know, if I got company coming or something. But I may do a giveaway and give away one or both of these bottles. So I got to come up with something clever, I guess, some kind of raffle or something. But a lot of times I say stuff about fragrances and like I'm going to give something away and nobody ever, you know, says they want them, or, I mean, it's a free fragrance. You're not paying anything for it, so I don't know how people don't be interested. I'm definitely not gonna do a giveaway on like Coach for Men, you know, because I like that. I'm not gonna give that away. Cole Freeman Sense. I'm good, man. How's yours? Actually, I should be taking a nap right now, but I got to be to my second job by 5. So yeah, they smell great. Noir and Ocean smell great. I'm not saying that they don't, but just I'm saying on my skin they don't last long. They just don't last long at all. I can spray this on and probably get maybe an hour or so of longevity out of it, and then after that, it's gone. Like I just sprayed Coach for Men on one hand, and I sprayed Abatage Concepts #1 on my other hand, and I can smell these without even putting my hand to my nose. Like, they're out there. These two, the first few minutes on my skin, they gonna smell good, and then after that, they die down to a skin scent, and then not too long after that, they're gone. And I really have to spray on heavy. Yeah, that's I have smelled Aventus. I've never sprayed it on my skin. And some people it happens, you know. Some people say they get, all day performance out of, in which I don't. Sometimes people say they get all day. Um, yeah, I'd be upset too, John, because you say you got a good batch. Some people say they get all day performance out of it. Some people might say that about Club De Nuit Intense Man. I get all day performance out of that. And on my clothes, that shit'll last weeks. Especially if you don't wash them. It'll be on your shirt forever. I washed my shirt and it still was on there. But some people might say Club De Nuit Intense Man don't last but, an hour, 2 hours, or whatever on their skin. L'Aventure smells great. I haven't tested it. And I don't think I have enough juice to do a decent testing. But it does smell great. Yeah, sometimes John Gear, um, that's true. That's very true. Just because something smells great doesn't always mean it's gonna last. Sometimes people put fragrances out there just to get you to buy them, just because they know it's gonna smell amazing on the opening spray, and then whatever happens after that, it's on you. Like they said, Cuban Winter was good, and it possibly could be on other people's skin. But on my skin, I got about 2 hours of decent, good projection, strong projection. And then after that, hour and a half to 2 hours, I got nothing after that. And this thing smells amazing. It smells like Aventus. I mean, not Aventus. God damn it, y'all got that bullshit in my head. Invictus. It smells amazing. It just don't last long on my skin whatsoever. Which, I'm not upset about because I only paid what, about $8, $7, eight. It was $6.99, so $7. I really didn't lose out. Yeah, anything that's a damn good clone of Aventus or any other popular fragrance is gonna keep selling out. Yeah, as long as Club De Nuit Intense Man keeps the same formula and don't tweak or change anything, it's gonna always be a beast mode fragrance. Now it may vary. Um, some say they're more lemony. Some say they're more a little bit smoky. I haven't gotten smoky, but I've only had one bottle so far, so I don't know. Um, I don't really know the difference. I just know that winter doesn't last long on my skin, but Cuba Prestige Gold, Platinum, and Black all last on my skin long, a long time. They project excellently. Platinum probably a little less than gold and black, but it performs good too on my skin. I just didn't get great performance as far as longevity out of winter. Now I haven't tried Cuba Royale yet. Yeah, it could be just for their skin, man. Um, their body chemistry, um, it just may not hold for them, or maybe they're not, moisturizing their skin. Yeah, see, platinum, I got probably, I want to say about an hour and a half, 2 hours of projection, and I probably got like 4 or 5 hours of longevity altogether out of platinum, which to me that's way better than what Winter did. Winter just gave me 2 hours of flat out projection, and then after that it was done. It exhausted. And the smell of Royal is nice. It's very nice. I like it. I haven't tested it yet. Like I have sprayed it just to smell it and give y'all my initial, my first impression, but I haven't worn it yet. Yeah. Um, if you're still talking about Winter, um, it's amazing. It's a great smell. It's I love it. It smells amazing, and it made me. I actually, when I first smelled it and gave y'all my first impression, in the back of my mind, the first thing came to mind was, I don't have to buy Invictus now, the original. I got this, so I'm good. And I wore it to work, and I know people can smell it because I could smell it. It was projecting like crazy, but then after that hour and a half, 2 hours, to reapply. Bellcam Gladiator. I don't know if I heard of that one. Our Walmart don't really sell different variations. I mean, you might get the one that smells like Aqua de Gio. You might get some that smell like Polos, and one or two other fragrances. But for the most part, they stick with the same crap over and over and over. And a lot of that stuff, to me, it doesn't smell that good. So I steer clear of them. The only Bell Cam I have is the one that smells like Sauvage, and it performs good. Yeah, I really don't too much care about returning stuff unless I pay a lot of money for it. And if I order something like this online for like $6, $7, $5 or whatever, I don't really care. I'll either keep it or find somebody else to give it to, because like I say, I try to do giveaways and people don't, comment and say that they want it or want to try it. I mean, I don't even give a shit if somebody says they've never smelled this and want to. I'll send it to you and we can send this thing like a chain letter. The next person wants to smell it, send it to that next person. I'll even do it like that. I mean, I don't really give a shit. Not about this, because this is like $7. And I'm not going to wear it. So, why not just pass it along to the next person? If you want to smell it, smell it. If you want to keep it, you know what I'm saying, after you get it, keep it. Wear it a time or two. Test it out on your skin. See how it works. And if you don't like it, it don't perform for you, don't keep it. Send it out to the next guy. Just like these. I don't really care about these. But if somebody wanted to smell them and never smelled them and don't want to waste $30 or $40 for them, then, we could put them in rotation. Or I could just decant some out, but, I don't. Yeah, a lot of them to me smell cheap. Um, they smell kind of like the Dollar Tree brand stuff. Like when you buy a Dollar Tree brand fragrance, like this one. This one came from the Dollar Tree. and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of EAD. This is a Blue de Chanel inspired by fragrance. I sprayed this in the store and I fell in love with it because the opening spray, it smells just like Blue de Chanel. It might be a lighter version, but it smells just like it. And then after that initial 5 to 10 second spray, it's like you don't smell nothing after that. And luckily, I got this for free, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. Um, Even though they are about $1, I got it free, so we're gonna leave it at that. Yeah, that Bogart Ruby. I actually didn't order it this time because I ordered that Bentley Intense and that Diesel Plus Plus. So I'm gonna have to wait until I get paid um, on my next check, and then I'll get that Bogart Ruby. Yeah, By the Fireplace and Jazz Club have been talked about a lot in the fragrance world. Big Beard Business talks highly of both of those. By the Fireplace, a lot of people on YouTube have talked about that one. Jazz Club, I've only heard a few people talk about, but By the Fireplace is supposed to be the shit. So, depending on price, because I haven't looked it up, I may get it if it's not too expensive. And thanks for the input, Eric. I appreciate that. 125. Holy shit. uh I think I'm gonna have to pass on that one, Mr. McGee. Uh I really don't spend that kind of money on fragrances unless it's somebody else's money. Uh I have smelled Quorum. I smelled Lapidus Pour Homme, and in our local mall over here, we have a perfume world over there, and they are exactly what you said they are, powerhouse fragrances. They are a little bit too strong for my liking. Uh, Actually, Joy Amin likes Quorum, and his one of his favorites are Lapidus or is Lapidus Pour Homme. He lives and dies by that fragrance. He swears by it, and he picks that bottle up in almost all of his videos and says, you know, this is whatever, whatever. He compares it to whatever, and yeah, I'm not really big on some of them old school fragrances like that. Like I like what is it? Dracar Noir, Cool Water. I like there's a few others that I like. I can't call right off hand, but some of that old school stuff is pretty damn good. But some of it smells dated. And wearing it nowadays, the only people who really are gonna appreciate those older fragrances are people who came from that era that's still around, and maybe older people. The younger generation is not gonna like it. So if you're a guy my age and you trying to get at a chick that's in her mid to late 20s and 30s, she probably won't appreciate it. A fragrance like that. And today's generation, it's all about sweet fragrances. It's all about um, stuff like Lamal and Invictus and stuff like that. All right, if you send me Lapidus, then I'll definitely give it a try. I just smelled it on a tester strip. The guy sprayed it, and It was okay. The opening of it is just strong in the beginning. I never let it dry down and then smell it. I just hit it and then gave it back to him. I don't know if our Ulta does give away stuff like that. Um, 10 mil decants, because I've bought fragrances from them and I haven't gotten any decants. So I don't know if I have to ask if they have any or what. They don't give them to us. Belks does. Belks gives away decants by the boatload. I actually I actually had more than this, but I used some of them. This one came from a lady that sells Avon, and this was a book, and it actually came with two in it. One is for females and one is for males, and the gray one on this side is for males, and the white one is for females. And the one for females smells so much better than the one for males. I was so pissed off. That thing is amazing, dog. Seriously. But the lady I bought, I think one or two fragrances. No, I bought one. I bought what was the fragrance I bought? I bought Black Suede, which is one my cousin used to wear when he first moved to Brunswick. When I was younger, I was in middle school, and this is one of the fragrances that he used to wear that I used to sneak when he goes to work and I'm getting ready to go to school. I used to spray this on and go to school with it. And, you know, I wanted it just because I smelled it from back in the day. You know, it's not something that a lot of people are gonna like, because it is a manly, masculine scent, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing wearing shit like this back in the day, but it smells good to me. It is old school though. But I bought this, and then she gave me like a shitload of decants, or sample bottles, I should say. And these are probably the last ones that I had left from her. And then, as you know, whenever you order from Fragrance X or Fragrance Net or whatever the fuck website you use, you know they always send the same fucking sample of Exceptional, and which I hate. It's not a bad fragrance. It's just nothing outstanding. And why they keep sending you this cheap ass shit is beyond me. And which I know why. They probably just want to save money. But they keep sending out this same shit. So John Bedwell, you sent this, and I already had one. Never used. It's still in here. So I also have the original 1 million. Came from Belks. And I actually got this one. I got this Polo and the Polo Red Rush, which is not a very good fragrance. It doesn't last long at all. It smells average. But the friend of mine who bought uh, Giorgio Armani, what is it? Acqua di Gio? No. Hold on. Okay, so she actually bought Acqua di Gio Absolute from Belks, and she also bought Mont Blanc Legend for me. This is the other chick that I used to date, um, in which I told her not to buy this one because she paid full retail for this, and you could have found this at TJ Maxx for like $30. she probably spent like 70, 60, 70, 80 bucks for this little ass bottle when she could have got it cheaper. But anyway, that's where these three, the 1 million, the Polo, and the Polo Red Rush, and I had a couple of other ones. I think I had a Dior Sauvage. No, I had Blue de Chanel. I used that up, and I had something else. It was like two others that I had. But anyway, I haven't even worn this 1 million, and I don't know what the hell I'm saving it for. I need to wear it. I may wear this tomorrow. But yeah, Ulta, I have never gotten any sample bottles or whatever from them, period. And you say they spray it themselves. Well, you know, I'll give it a chance if you send it to me. That's what's up. I mean, I give all fragrances a chance if you know, people send them to me. And also, you know, it's gonna be on our channel anyway, so I know you're looking forward to getting my opinion on it. Yeah, we don't have a Sephora here. We only have Belks, and Belks is just like Macy's and Sephora, that full retail price type store. I've bought, I think I bought one fragrance from Belks so far, and it wasn't full retail. I got a discount. I bought Lamal, not Lamal. I bought Ultra Mall, and it was like 60 some odd dollars. But before the discount, it was like 80 some odd dollars. Yeah. Um, Sephora is just like Belks, or Belks is just like Sephora. Either way you look at it, they're the same. Macy's, they're the same, and they do give out. They give out samples like this. Anyway, I see our conversation is starting to slack off, and people are falling off now. So I'm gonna end this live. I'm about to do one more because I haven't given you guys the fragrance I actually wore to work. Uh, I actually wore Midnight the second half of my work day, and the other one I wore Diesel Plus Plus. So I know you probably are interested in that one to see what I think. So uh, if I don't do it now after this video, I'll do it at work, and I probably, yeah, our JC Penney's closed down here in our mall. They shut that down, bro. No, not JC Penney's. They closed our Sears down. We still have a JC Penney's. I rarely go in there though. They don't really have anything that fit me. And I don't even know if our JC Penney's sell fragrances. I haven't been in there in so long. But I may have to check that out. But thanks for letting me know that though. Anyway, let me go ahead and do this other video. So I'll be back in a few seconds. If you want to tune in, you can. If not, it's understandable. You know the video will be here whenever you decide.